there are a very high percentage of young people overweight because of a number of things that have happened in our country in the last several years. More and more food consumed is prepared by somebody else somewhere else in the home because more and more parents work and have less time to prepare it. We even know now that if you're prepared to change your diet and exercise enough, you can even reverse heart disease, you can reverse diabetes, you can get off medicine. We work with schools, healthcare providers, insurers, the food and drink industries, families, communities, and young people themselves to try to help increase the level of physical activity and reduce the intake of bad food and make it as user-friendly, as easy to do as possible, and as fun to do as possible. By collaborating with leading youth development, youth services, and community organizations, we came up with a program called Empower Me. The Empower Me movement is a kids, by kids, for kids initiative to inspire people to make healthy behavior changes and choices, to become leaders and advocates for healthy eating and for more physical activities. With the help of our community champions like the YMCA, more than 2.2 million young people have joined the movement to make a commitment to eating healthier and getting more exercise. I want to make this fun, interesting, and important, and not too hard to do. This is like turning around the Titanic and before it hits the iceberg, and we're doing a reasonable job, by the way. I should tell you that the evidence we have, I wouldn't call it conclusive, but it's pretty persuasive, is that the childhood obesity epidemic in America has now leveled off. It had been going up inexorably year in and year out. Now what we have to do is turn it around and drive it down.
My question is, as you know, it's not easy. It wouldn't be easy for a lot of teens to change their eating habits or just start, eating healthy. So what advice would you give to teenagers nowadays to, go on that new path to eat better food?
My advice is you got to have a team to do this. You need help, you need support. Don't do this on your own. That's why the YMCA is so important. If there's a YMCA in your community, I'd join that. If your school's not involved in our alliance, I'd ask them to get involved. And I'd have more and more kids asking for that.
Thank you, Mr. President Raul Sanchez. Many of us here today have the opportunity to participate in YMCA programs such as Youth in Government, Teens Take the City. And we have been given the opportunity to represent the teens of this state, and we have leadership opportunities. And I was wondering if there's any advice that you have for us or expectations on how we can help spread awareness throughout the state and throughout the country through our programs.
Well, I think first you want to make sure everybody in your school knows what you're doing through the Y. And you should try to get more people who need this health information to go to the Y, to be part of it. I think network, and then you should use the YMCA's national network to see that, to encourage other people to be as active as you are. How do you answer the question, how? You have good intentions, you have good information, you're completely inspired. How are you going to turn your good intentions into a real change in your life and others? That's what I think this whole deal is about.